Welcome. No, my name's Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Monday for me. And for you, Thomas, it's a Sunday. So yeah, we've had some warm weather. I'll just share this first. It's still a couple of days of, oh God, what you'd be calling it 100 degrees Fahrenheit or over. It didn't even get down very low last night. Anyway, the next 2 days are really hot again. Anyway, welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Just please note any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only. That's because we're a group of people helping each other. We're not financial advisors. There is a FOREX disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders there. Yes, Tom, I saw your post in the group about about tariffs.
Oh yeah.
This is a crazy setup, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, and then I was seeing some posts this morning about I can't remember, it's oil, gas, electricity, all coming from Canada. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Well, look, it's all doomsday stuff, but whether it actually happens or not, it's another thing. In that, I mean, the tariff might happen,
Oh,
but
it's gonna happen.
how to piss off a neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
The crackhead country that lives underneath Canada is gonna start some crap it can't finish.
Um, I
Hey
think
Darren,
it.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, is it today? Is it?
It is, yes.
Oh, well, 21 again.
Pardon?
21 again, are you? Or
That's right. Yeah, 22, 22.
22 now? Oh, God, he's
Yeah.
starting to march up. Yeah, you look very young there anyway, Darren, so that's good.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, let's look. Well, this will be a very interesting opening of the market because this will create uncertainty. Um, this is sort of nothing that normally happens. The market's been asleep for the weekend. Actually, the
So
thing that might
it's just gonna
tell
open
us,
up high then, do we think? AD CAD.
no.
The
Look at
Canadian dollar
Bitcoin.
will be weak.
Look at Bitcoin. It's dropped off to 97. So I think this is a pre-indicator of what's going to happen when the market opens.
Yeah, me too.
But, can't say that you count on it, but that looks like what's going to happen from a Bitcoin to US dollar perspective. But stuff's going to go all over the joint. Well, you're in trade, so let's see. AUD Canadian, this might just like rocket off. I don't know, but look at
Right
this
now.
stuff. Look at this that happened.
I'll profit out if it does that.
Yeah, well, that's right. You would. Yeah. But this is another example of your two trade option. I mean, Tom, you probably haven't. Are you still away from home, Tom?
Yeah, I'm here probably till March.
Okay, no worries. All right. Well, Darren and I have been discussing the potential February trading change. I don't know. Are you still on board, Darren, or have you had second
Well,
thought?
I've started. I opened my first
Oh,
trade with two positions.
oh my gosh.
I think
But
it
what,
be,
0.5% each or
well, I've been even more radical than that.
not a percent each?
No, three quarters each. I
Oh
compromised
my,
for three
oh
quarters
my
each.
gosh. Yeah, Tom, you heard it here second. Yeah.
I've caught all the replays. I know
Oh,
exactly
have
what you
you?
guys are talking about. Yeah.
Okay, you know exactly. All right then. Good evening, Alistair. You still no.
Hello.
Hello, Alistair.
Hello. I've got problems with getting this link. It's not working very well. How are you doing?
Oh, good in you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm up
you?
in Scotland. I'm up in Scotland.
I was
So
going to say you're up in Scotland. So
yeah,
did you share the new episode of Death in Paradise with Mum, or?
I think I'm going to watch it tonight.
Oh, didn't you watch it?
I haven't watched. I watched the
I was
first.
on. It was on Saturday night, wasn't it?
I've got the first lot to catch up. So whatever else is on, so we'll do something else. We'll watch
Yeah,
the
no
earlier
worries.
ones. So yeah, so I'll listen in because I'm gonna do dinner. But yeah, so I've been catching some of the recordings. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll see what happens to the market this week. Should be interesting with Trump.
I think it'll be a mess. But anyway, that's my opinion. When you have this much uncertainty in the market, it just doesn't know. It will just go crazy. Anyway, all right then.
Okay, let's crack on.
No worries. Darren, I'd be interested. We'll find out as we go down what pair you're talking about that you've taken a doubly on. All right, so you're in this, I'm in this. It did make 3/4. That would have been potentially a one trade take. This would be a potential two. We'll see what happens though, but this is crazy. What's this? A balance of trade, don't worry about that one necessarily. Now, Canada did lower their interest rate, but the US didn't the other day, or last week, sorry. So, and the reports are that the US is not going to change their interest rate anytime soon, apparently. Not unless Agent Orange has anything to do with it, I suppose. Have you heard anything on the grapevine, Tom?
The only thing I hear is from the professionals, and they're saying they're supposed to have 2 cuts this year before the third quarter.
Right.
But who knows what Doofus is going to do. So, and Canada has already said they're putting 25% tariffs on everything too.
Oh yeah, and yeah. Oh yeah, no.
So they're already starting a retaliation war of dumb.
Yeah. No, I read that this morning as well, 25%. But I think they're going to do a first sort of lot of it, and then in a couple of weeks, it's going to be other items, and it's just going to take a while. They're just Canada's allowing businesses to work out to do what they've got to do. Yeah. So anything coming from US like beer and stuff will have 25% on it. Yes. All right. So ADK, here's a situation that if you got back in on the 13th of January, it's done a little pullback around the center, which it sometimes often does, and now it looks like we're pushing back up again. ADCHF, a similar situation, a bit bigger pullback. But you, Darren, would never have been in this anyway because it didn't come far enough out of the rail. But for me, with that long, I didn't take it because it was around the middle where we got that. But that it needs to be further down for me to consider something, because potential is that it'll come to the center bounce and then come off again. That's the only reason. And I know these are not Renkos, Tom. So if there's anything you want us to, I can go across onto the.
No, I'm good. Just keep going.
To the Renko. Oh, there we go. To the Renko group. Whoop, and go CHF, same one. So you're still getting the cells occurring at this point.
Yep.
Well, that's what it's saying. But see, this is AUD-CHF. If we go across onto standard candle, you can see where it's pulling back up again. All right, AUD-JPY. This one you got stopped out of, Darren. This is along. That was a bit nasty, that one. Yeah, look, this Japanese stuff is just really choppy at the moment. And it's not just this one either. But this, if you had got into it, it didn't even make 3/4. But there's this imbalance. Sorry?
No, I didn't know, not this one.
No, but there's all of this up here that, it's come up to, but not, and then try, and then not, and it just, yeah. So there's a potential rate decision on 18th of February here in Australia. So we will see how that will affect things. And normally we'll weaken off the Aussie dollar, but we'll see. I doubt, well, I personally doubt that we're going to have a rate cut. If the US hasn't done it, I think they're going to hold off here until at least May. Now, the thing is, we have a federal, like the whole country, election, and it has to be by around about May, because of the terms. But they would be hoping that the current government would be hoping that there may be a rate cut in February, which will sort of, then they'll say, "Oh, look what we did," which has got nothing to do with them, and then call an election. So we'll just see. It'll all be fun from here anyway. AUD NZD, let's pull back down, back up. This also you wouldn't have been in, Darren, but for me also not in it. Remember I said I made a decision not to be in this one because where the long is again around that middle, and it's just done that, pull back down again. It's really gone sideways and then push. I think we'll potentially get a push back up. This is like AUD NZD, Euro GBP, USD CAD. All these ones are very similar in like because they're close, but there might be a bit of difference in UCAD coming up. USD Singapore. Now this one is an interesting. There is imbalance back up here, like from a longer perspective. But at the moment, we don't have a long off this, and it never came outside of the rail. But to be in that cell still, yeah, that came. I don't know if that short there would have got out. This one here probably may have got into, but that's October. That would have been a really nice sort of kept pushing down. It still hasn't come to the outside, but you would have had sort of 1 trade, 2 trades on that one.
Yeah.
That would have profited you, Darren. So just looking, in a way, each one of these is sort of looking at back testing what we've been talking about. All right. So and this is not an option for a trade at this point. It could be for a long, but we don't know. AUD USD. Now you're in this one. Darren came up to the middle. It's pulled back, give us a short, but then push back up. So I'm not sure on this one. This is a bit of a crazy. So bounce of trade stuff again.
Well, this could take a dive, this at market opening, I think this will.
Unemployment rate. Okay, that's what's coming out. Sorry, this could take a dive, you reckon?
I think so.
No.
Won't the dollar strengthen with the tariffs? Won't that strengthen the dollar?
Do you reckon it will?
Probably got that wrong. No, I think it would. No?
Okay. Well, we will see when market opens. That's the thing. I think it will go the other way, but that's okay. That's just me. I think the Aussie dollar will strengthen up with all of the craziness happening over there.
Yeah.
Because I think US dollar will well, if we said like before, the US dollar will weaken off, Aussie dollar will strengthen against this. But you could be absolutely right that with the tariffs, it could strengthen that US dollar. We're in the world of unknown right at the moment. But you're in this trade.
Yeah.
For the buy, yeah.
Yeah, for the buy. So we'll yet to see. And you're in drawdown because you would have got in somewhere around here or wherever.
Oh, here we go. If just reading something, Trump
Oh, yeah.
tariffs, what could this mean for the dollar? If tariffs reduce imports more than exports, foreign demand for the dollar may decrease, potentially weakening it. If that makes sense.
Well, translate what that'll do. We don't know what the balance, do we? Or you're saying if they put tariffs in and nobody else does, then that will.
Well, I think that, yeah. So tariffs reduce imports, which is what he wants. That's what he's trying to do, isn't he?
Yeah.
Against China and other countries.
And Mexico and Canada.
Foreign demand for the dollar may decrease, potentially weakening it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think will happen. So I think that this will increase. Anyway, we're yet to find out. And it could take a few days could take a few days, or it could be immediate. The market could go like, whoa, crazy, well, let's go. All right. And it will affect every currency pair to a differing degree. The direct currencies against it or with it will have a bigger move than ones like, for example, this is CAD, but CAD CHF will. Okay. And you wouldn't have been in this either. Or unless you got in from over here. Yeah, this is really crazy. Look at the wicks in here now. There's some, you can see from there. And then here, it's like wick. Just crazy stuff. Look at that down there. Bang, that wick. Then pull back up and then wick out the other end. And it's like, keep away from that one for the minute. CAD, but with our current strategy, if that makes any sense. Rightio, now. This could weaken the CAD right off too. Like if they put tariff, I reckon that'll also, so it reduces that imports, then it will also have that flow-on effect as well. And it's been in that short for a while. When was that? That was 16th of Jan, all right? So it's been a couple of weeks at least.
What pair are you on?
Had JPY, Tom.
Oh, thank you.
That's okay, no worries. Now, the thing is, we do have a green triangle. Now, we talked about, it's not relevant for this, but Darren, what have you done? Are you talking when you get a green triangle, or are you talking when it touches the outside rail? Where you
I
landing
think
on that?
I'm sticking to the upside.
To the rail.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll transfer that after a while, after a year or so.
Do what, sorry? 2 year? All right. So,
After a year, you'll see all these ones go past the rail. You'll go,
yeah.
oh, maybe I'll put it at the.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, this triangle here also too, it would have profited there. If you had it done at the triangle, it would have pulled back anyway.
Yeah.
All right, CHF JPY. This may be a bit insulated to a certain extent from the tariffs. Is it, Tom, do you know if the tariffs are only on Canada and China and Mexico? Or has he also talked about the rest of the world?
For right now, that's all that he's mentioned.
Right.
As far as I know.
Right. Okay. So these free trade agreements between Canada and Mexico, for example, they've been in place for a long time.
Trump signed them in his first term.
Oh, so they've only been in for
3, 4, 5 years.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, so there were tariffs before then, were there?
No, there was no tariffs before. There were trade agreements.
Oh, sorry, trade agreements. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But it was free trade. So there was no tariff on stuff going back and forward for anything.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm sure there were certain tariffs on certain products.
Yeah.
Because it's a political tool to use to get better transactional deals on other items.
Yeah.
Not a sweeping tariff on everything. So when he signed the deal back in 2017, the first time, he loved it. He thought it was the greatest deal ever happened in the history of humankind. And now he's saying the deal's so bad because he made such a shitty deal that Canada's taking advantage of us, which they're not. They're just simply following the trade agreement that he created. Dumbest human on the planet.
And a lot of people voted. Well, do they make them dumb people who voted for him? But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to mince words.
Rightio. Okay, so this may not have anyway, if you're still in the sell, you wouldn't have Darren anyway, but if you are still in the sell from that short, and I didn't take it because the short was around the center line. It's one of my little, well, not little, but trading mechanical rules. Okay, let's go. Euro AUD. Oh God. Now this is a pickle, isn't it, Darren? You got into that short though, I'm pretty sure. Did it
Yeah,
sell?
yeah, I'm in this.
And it came close to knocking you out. That there came close to the high where you would have had
Yeah.
your stop loss.
Yeah.
And now it's just pushed down that little bit. But you were talking about you thought this would be a loss, you thought.
Yeah, I'm thinking that way. But then now just thinking about this, well, if the dollar weakens, then the euro is probably going to strengthen.
It will, yeah.
Yeah. So this could push up further.
Yeah. We're yet to see. Okay, all right, we're just in the lap of the whatever. Remember, these are just mechanical rules. You get in the trade, that's it. It's whatever. But we're talking about having some sort of a limiting factor to losses. We'll see. Euro CAD. Whoa, this could just spike itself back up again. Look at the W. Right. So this is a point where we look at it potentially to sell. But with these global circumstances at the moment and these tariffs they're talking about, really do not know what's going to happen. It's a bit like the election. But and look at the wicks that are on this lower time frame. These are just crazy wicks that just pull back down. Like for example, what's that? That's like 130 pips and then back down to only 25. It just massive sort of moves. And I don't know whether that was the 30th of January, whether that was basically where he announced. I don't know when he announced he was going to put these tariffs on. I think it was near the end of the week or middle of the week last week. And maybe that's the reaction of the market. Audio, Euro CHF. Still we're waiting. Oh, you've got a short there. Didn't come far enough outside the roll though, Darren, did it?
Oh.
Okay. again, if that strengthens because of US dollar, but we'll see. Euro GBP, we're selling it out now. You're not in that trade. I'm in that trade though. We'll just see. It could just jump back up again with this again. So can't really tell what's going to happen. And it could continue down. So, all right. Euro JPY. We're not up to the pair you've taken 2 trades yet.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, right? Yeah. Okay. This again won't be in this trade. Could be in it from that long. Now this is a prime example of 3/4, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then moving entry to break even.
Yeah.
Would have been a good trade on that one. Or it would have been a successful trade and a no loss on the second, and really cuts out all that risky stuff. Your NZD. Oh gosh, this is the same as your AUD. But you've got no, and I don't either, no short on this. So you're not in this trade. If it does poke back up and then give us a short, well, that's okay, because a fair bit of imbalance back down here for it. It's just not ready to go down to it. All right. And I don't know, like NZD's been pretty strong. Euro Singapore. Again, craziness, forget that one. Euro USD. Now, this is where what's going to happen. This is probably the one to notice at market open and maybe the first 24 hours. This again would have been, you got into that trade, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So wherever Darren got into the trade, it's probably back at break even or slight drawdown. But that would have been the one trade. You would have actually got that and would have profited that one. And the second one would have come back and you would be probably out of that at break even.
Yeah.
That's just another example of what we've been discussing. And if it was to go back up, well, so what? But you've reduced the risk of a further loss with a stop loss down here or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Gee whiz. Okay, GA. There's another example.
Oh yeah, good example.
Yeah. So into that short, getting the trade, beauty, profit there, one. Second trade, come back, break even, out.
Yeah.
Okay. Where to from here? I think that I personally think that the British pound will strengthen against the Aussie dollar here when the whole tariff thing, like Euro and GBP, both of those will be benefiting from the trade stuff going on. They'll just have to. I don't think England will import more American beer though. We'll see. But no tariff on it. They'll have to find a market somewhere to send it. I don't know, Tom, has China said that they will increase the tariffs on US stuff as well? Because they've already got a tariff and he's going to increase it by 10%. I don't know what that'll end up making it though.
I don't know about China. All I know about China is they've already approached Canada and Mexico to become bigger trade partners with them.
Right.
So they're going to cut the U.S. out of the circle and just go around us.
Right. And was it, I saw a report he was going to put 100% tariff on any BRICS country or?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he says.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's what he says. It's all just bullying tactics, isn't it? Just
He's running
bullying
his mouth
tactics.
with sycophants around him. He has nobody to tell him how stupid he is.
Yeah, he's only got true believers. Okay.
Hmm.
GBP Canada. Now, this may, yeah, again, I think this will buy further. It's in that long. You're still in it, Darren?
Well,
Oh no,
it profited me out on Friday when it spiked up.
yeah, up here. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. That would have been a great trade on that one because you're back
yeah,
down here with it in here somewhere.
yeah,
And it wouldn't have been, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like a week and a half. Bang,
yeah,
profit.
yeah.
None of these 4.5 months.
No, not with this one then.
But this would have been a good example. 2 trades,
Yeah,
1 profit, 2 profit.
yeah, yeah. That's right.
Okay. Just keep looking at them. That's all. Okay. GBP, CHF. Okay. No, because it's no any rails, you're not in that anyway.
Yep.
And I wouldn't take it because the long is at that midline. GBP, JPY. Yeah, that's a mess, isn't it? And here's another example here. Would have had to take the trade at the long. He pushed up, 3/4 profit, come back, you would have break even. Again, another example. You're just seeing the patterns, isn't it? All right, GBP, NZD, same thing here. 2 trades, one out, the other one break even, done, saved. I think this will again will buy. We'll see. Like again, this is please, this is so unpredictable. We're just making an assumption that US dollar will weaken off and say Euro and GBP will strengthen against most pairs. GBP Singapore. Okay, is this where you're already in this trade, aren't you?
Oh, no, this is the one because you've got along earlier than me, but
You didn't get it till up here.
yeah. So I've now opened 2 positions on this one.
Okay, rightio. Well, I've only got the one because we were only discussing it back here. I mean, last week. We will see. Okay. And we'll just see how this plays out. You've got the 2 trades now, have you?
Yeah,
And one at 3/4 and one at the
yeah,
top of the rail.
yeah, yeah.
And then as it reaches up, well, it just depends on whether, yeah, okay. And if you get your first one, you'll move, your stop loss will be moved up to break even or whatever, break even plus, it depends. Okay. And if it goes all the way to the rail, fantastic. You got 2 trades out of it.
Yeah.
And if it makes it to 3/4, you've got 1 trade and then a free trade on the other one that's no loss. But if you don't make it to 3/4 and it comes back, then you've got 2 losses
Yeah,
potentially.
correct.
Okay. Rightio. Just figuring it out. GU. Ooh, hoo-hoo. Okay.
Oh, this could hopefully push up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, hopefully it's not yeah. It's crazy stuff, isn't it? All right. And you've only got 1 trade on this anyway, because you would have
got
taken
one
it back
trade,
yesterday.
but I've on some of these now. I found the sort of 3/4 point and set an alert. So if it hits that 3/4 point, and on my computer,
Mm.
I will potentially close half of it, half of the
Oh,
trade.
right. Okay. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
Fair
thinking
enough.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. All right then. NZDs. Okay. NCAD. I think this will push up further. Did you get into the long?
And no, I didn't get it.
No, because I wasn't far enough out. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I am. Okay, all right then. I'm hoping this will push up higher.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. NZDCHF. This I didn't get into. That was too close to the midline. All right. NZDJPY. This is the crazy as well. I'm not getting into any of that. It's just from a long-term perspective, a longer. NU. Okay, this is same as sort of AU, GU, Euro U. That's sort of everything sort of pushed down. At the end of the trade week, it's pushed back up again. Now, you probably are in this one,
Yes.
Darren,
Yeah, I'm in that one.
and that pullback there is sort of typical of what happens, but we're looking at potentially this will push back up. Don't know. It could be, bounce and then push, anything. But if you're already in that, that's a buy. Okay, Singapore, Japanese yen. Again, this is another example, Darren. Here's in the trade here, 3/4 profit, come back. You probably may still be in it, but you would be at a break even for that.
Yeah.
That's only if you took it, back on the 9th of December, but it's just, it would have been great profit. And then you could have just had the other, it depends what yeah. Anyway, so USD CAD, let's go. Look at that. All right. Predictions.
No idea.
No, Tom, come on. I know none of us have any idea, but let's just make
Well,
an
okay, on your daily,
yes.
you've broke the high. So you're now
Correct.
creating a new structure for a buy.
Correct.
The bottom's already been swept on the daily.
Yep.
The high, the low on the lower time frame's already been swept.
Yep.
So now that we're coming across, is this going to be the new high now on the Monday morning open? And it's going to crumble? Or is this now going to be a pullback on the lower time frame and a continuational push higher because you got the long on the daily?
Mm.
So what has it done in the daily prior to this push? Right. So even on a higher time frame, look at all that. So you got your sweep and liquidity at the bottom where it poked out the bottom, and now you've got the poke out the top.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for it to come back down, it's going to have to beat that low.
Which low?
The low the other low, the low.
Down over here.
Yes.
Oh, no. So, okay. So what I think is going to happen is I think what we're going to do is a push up here to around that level and then a sell off.
Very possibly.
But then again, I think this news is pretty dramatic as far as the market's concerned, and we could just quite easily drop off, or it could just like spike and then drop.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to get a sellout. It's been pushing up. When's this? This is October. We had the W, and then we had October, start of October, and it's pushed up and up and up. Right? And Canada, I think it's what the market feels about that currency. I think it's way overpriced, the US dollar at the moment, way overpriced. And if we look, see that high over here, yeah, and then if we come over, that's the next high over there. We're now in that really sort of overpriced zone.
Right, squeeze that down a little bit.
I'm trying to, hang on. I can't pull it across anymore. That is 2020, and that is 2016. Sorry. That's about the best I can do, Tom?
Yeah, that's good. So the only thing I would suggest is going, taking your fib and going high to low, because
Yeah.
in that middle peak that you got there, everything to the right of that is
This in here.
internal. No, see the middle peak of the
Um,
three? Straight up.
That one.
No, up.
Oh, sorry, the middle. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one
yeah.
there. Yeah.
So from high to low there, and then
Yeah.
drag your fib across, you're in the 3/4 zone.
Hey? No, you can't. You're nearly to it. Oh, you're in the 3/4. Yes. But it's close to the top.
Yeah, but it hasn't broken.
No, correct. It hasn't broken either of those. But I can tell you what, it's close.
Okay, so if you take your fib from the high to the low and use that quarter fib for the top section of that trade, all your indicators that you have on there are now in the top 3/4 position.
Absolutely.
Of that move. So now you're either going to get a push out of it at the quarter mark.
Yeah.
And it's going to push down, or it's going to fail to break that quarter mark and push up.
Up. Yeah, I know. I understand that.
So as of right now, I'm looking for a short.
Yeah.
Come Monday, this could completely change structure.
Yeah. Well, this is so close from my perspective here. This here is pretty close to, well, let me just measure. Price is to there. That's only like 120 pips, 150 pips. They could spike that and then drop down without any doubt. Or just go past it. You can see the two of them are so close together from 2016 and 2020. Like that's where price was the maximum it would be.
Right. Now the question is it actually going to break that and sweep that liquidity? Or is
Well,
it just going to fall short and make a new short on a higher time frame?
I think it'll fall short.
Okay.
And really based upon what Bitcoin's done. That's what I reckon will happen over the weekend. For me, that's sort of given me some indication of potentially what might happen. Anyway, we will see. It will be a mystery until it unfolds. Okay. USD CHF, I think also too, there's a whoop. You're not in that one yet, Darren?
I am, yes, a minute.
Oh.
So this could maybe this might sell off.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah. Well, you'll be in drawdown now though.
Yeah, bit of drawdown a minute, yeah.
Okay. All right, USD JPY. Gosh. Okay. Well, that's not a trade you would have taken, but it's also around the middle. I'm sort of not into that yet. and probably not at all. It's crazy. USD Singapore. Whoa, look at that. Now there's another example, Darren. You can see short, you would have got into the trade, come to 3/4 and then push back up again.
Yeah,
Did you get into that? I think
I
you did.
I certainly did. Yeah,
But now you're back at break even or a bit of drawdown.
yeah, a little bit to draw down. So yeah,
Mm,
well, maybe this will sell off.
yeah, maybe it will. Unless they put in tariffs onto Singapore as well. All right, gold. Oh, look at the push up on that at the end of the week. New high. I think gold will sell off. I mean, it's already started with the short, but I don't know. Again, this is pretty volatile. Silver pushing up. Where yeah, Bitcoin's down to 97. That's a significant drop over the weekend. And that to me, that sort of says, oh, US dollars in a bit of trouble. US oil, oh, it's pulled back up a little bit from the middle there.
Yeah, bit of a
What is it?
pullback on oil. Yeah,
What percentage of oil comes out of Canada to the US? I mean, I saw the report they're talking about. It's going to put a big chunk on the top of fuel, of gas, or whatever you call it in the US. Wow. All right then. Well, you're still in that cell though. And potentially that, oh, that could turn if yeah, okay. For the US oil. All right then. And natural gas is also too dropped off still. Cocoa's still high. Okay, well, there we're at. All right. Well, excitement will happen when market opens or a little bit into that. I think you're right, Tom. Maybe your Monday, because this will open your Sunday, won't it?
Yeah, but it could change that today.
Correct. Correct.
be quite a volatile couple of days.
Yeah, well, the tariffs aren't going to come on until tomorrow. Your tomorrow, is it, Tom?
Well, no, they're scheduled for tomorrow, but everybody knows they're coming. So I'm saying when the market opens today, it could swing.
Yeah. Yes, you're
People
right.
could be looking at the market the minute it opens and goes, you know what, too much uncertainty. We're selling everything.
Yeah.
Or we think the tariffs are gonna do good, so we're gonna buy everything. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, literally, who knows? Have we ever been in this situation before, ever?
Well, for different things, maybe, but
Well,
again, it's something.
The Great Depression back in the 1920s, whatever it was, they say that tariffs, the US imposed tariffs to try and protect the US, and that made the depression worse. I think if you read about it, read the sort of history of it.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
so tariffs do have history of doing quite bad things to your economy. So, yeah, if you read about it, that's what they sort of say. That's the tariffs that they imposed.
Yeah, but that was before we were on the gold standard, right? I mean, that was while we were on. Isn't that when they went to the gold standard?
Yeah, but the point is that the gold's not relevant anymore, Tom. I mean, the US doesn't hold the amount of gold that it has in currency. That's what it did come about. But there's not the countries aren't doing that anymore. They're just printing money and not worrying about how much is in store.
There's been a huge exodus from London of gold to the United States because of what's looming. Huge amount of gold's gone back to the USA from London.
Okay.
Massive. Just because of tariffs on commodities. That's basically the reason. Yeah, tariffs crazy.
Yeah, tariffs are. Yeah, it just brings it down to lowest common denominator, doesn't it? It's like who can. Anyway, 25%, eh? That's a really big whack straight away. It's not 5, it's not 10, it's 25.
The US has a long history as a protectionist country.
Oh yeah.
Tariffs, yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
All this evening makes Death in Paradise a happy event.
Yeah. Yes, it certainly does.
I'm looking forward to get cheered up.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, this is a bit of a doomsday thing. Well,
God,
we don't know, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not in lots of trades, and it's not risking lots at this point, but it certainly will. I think also too, like the US dollar has been on strength for quite a period of time. And at some point it has to change and turn. And this could be the prime example of a reason for it to actually turn. But we'll see. Which will I don't know. Maybe it's exactly what Agent Orange really wants to happen. I don't know. But we'll see. We will see. All right. Well, that's enough for me today. I'll go out. It'll be it's supposed to be 39 today, Darren and Alistair, which I don't know what that is, 100 and something or other, or whatever it is in Fahrenheit. So in a nice hot bus, it'll be good. We'll see with a bunch of kids. 50.
Sitting in a snowstorm.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate being cold.
7 degrees in Scotland. I can't
Set-
even drink my way through the evening now because I'm on antibiotics. Finish tomorrow, so
Oh.
alcohol-free zone for
Oh
about a week.
no. Yeah, won't that be?
It's
Yeah,
been okay.
Alistair.
I've been great. I've not really thought about it. I didn't think about it until this live.
Yeah. Well, you'll dry out a little bit. That'll be good. All right then, Darren. Have a nice. Well, I suppose it's near the end of this birthday day.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
happy birthday if it's your birthday. Well done.
cake and do you
Thank
have
you,
a
Alistair.
big banquet dinner or
We was out last night. Meal out last night and
pre-birthday?
stayed
Oh,
over in a hotel in the
oh,
night, which was
cool.
good.
What is it? A round number or something?
Yeah, he's 22.
Not
He
quite,
said.
not quite. A round number next year. No, not.
Oh,
But 29, so hit the big 30 next year.
Darren, you'll laugh. All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. We'll just see where things are sitting there and what happens. I'm sure if I see anything, I might just mention it in the chat. We'll see. All right then.
Okay.
Till tomorrow.
Take
All right
care.
then.
Bye.